Hey folks, welcome back to this edition of Ben's Bits. Last week we elaborated on the news emerging overseas and how we're keeping a close eye on how it could affect the market stateside. But it was more highlighting the fact that talking heads and media tend to have the end is nigh and an imminent outlook when reporting. And it's not that what's happening isn't important, and it's certainly going to have a big impact on those who invested in that particular company. We're merely exploring the concept of what its effect would be or could be stateside. And if you think back to the collapse of Greece's economy, Brexit, the United Nations, things like that, all of those alarms were sounding the end of the world as we know it. But did it really? And that was what we were exploring. So this week we wanted to discuss an emerging pattern within conversations that we've been having with people over the last few weeks. And it seems a lot of you are worried about your future and if you're going to outlive your retirement or your savings and the like within the context of current economical events, right? Which is a real concern. One thing we've been advocating, using that term as a placeholder really, but it goes back to a bit we did on capital acceleration and capital preservation. And it's not the end-all equation, but it is a state of mind and a very useful tool when determining if it should be a concern or not. Essentially, the majority of the conversations that we've been having and have been where do I deploy my capital and get the maximum return so that I have enough money to be able to survive their future, right? The answer is the same no matter the market condition, right? Because we operate under a tried and tested principles that have been tested through several black swan events. There isn't a one-size-fits-all strategy that fixes or generates what people want because there are risks and benefits with every investment. That's why we layer our approach so that we have life rafts to live and fight another day. But we don't want to just survive. We want to thrive and having alternative means with which to do so. And that's the backbone of the way that we proceed. All of it with a tactical sense of what we're doing and a precise and a precision of why we're making those investments so that we can outlive our savings or our retirement accounts. One of the unique aspects of how we support our portfolio is that we can continue with very little effort throughout our retirement years. So that's it for this edition of Ben's Bits. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.